Right now I'm watching a fight between some blackbirds and a robin over here. Those red-winged blackbirds, you're not gonna be able to see him, but he's back on the fence there. It's what make all this noise in my videos all the time. And there's a robin right now up on my corner of my shed here that has a nest up there, and they do not like each other. So it's always a little bit of a fight going on in my yard. Alright, remember I said that I needed to get rid of all this grass that I accidentally seeded into these beds? Well, I haven't done it yet. This thing is dead, needs to be removed, so I'm going to get rid of that today, and then we're going to try to start taking care of this stuff. Check that out. This is some soil that I kept from last year's project up front. I had a little bit of extra left, so I just decided to put it down on our creek bank here. That way I could come grab it. But look at all these weeds growing up in here. It's crazy. So I could pull all that grass by hand or try to, but some of the little pieces, they kind of just break off and then some of it's left there. So I found this recipe for a natural grass and weed killer that I wanted to try one time, and so I figured today is probably a good idea to just give that a whirl on just some of these areas that I want to kind of blanket spray with that stuff. I got a little hand can here that I've used for years and years for just products like roundup or something that's going to kill everything. So I don't ever mix those again. I had a little mishap with that. One of my most popular videos actually is a result of me accidentally mixing one of these cans with some regular spray that I thought was not going to kill the grass, and it did kill the grass. So I don't mess around with that anymore. This is what we're going to be using. We've got some vinegar, we've got Epsom salt, and we got some Dawn. This is just going to be to help the liquid actually stick to the leaves. The recipe is 1 gallon of vinegar and then 2 cups of this and 1/4 cup of Dawn, but I'm going to go in half and just try this out so I don't mix up too much, and I don't really have quite a full gallon of vinegar anyway, so that's where we're going to start. Now we need about half of a gallon of this. About good. And it said about 1/4 cup of Dawn, so we're just going to kind of take a little guess there too. Okay, now we're going to stir that up, see what this does for us. Just to reiterate here, this is likely to kill anything that you spray it on. It's not just for weeds, it would kill grass as well, so not that you need a reminder, but just wanted to tell you. I'm gonna go test it a little bit on some of my creek bank area where I'm trying to get rid of some of those weeds anyway. And that way I'll be able to dial in the sprayer head and see how it comes out first. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. It's kind of bright out here, but you see what that soap does, how it actually just coats the leaf instead of getting droplets on there? It's going to actually kill that much easier when it's got a good coating on it. If you just had little droplets, it just doesn't work as well. And up here, I need to be very careful that I don't spray anything onto the lawn that I don't want to spray. So I'm just going to use this cardboard here to kind of hold this in place, and then we're going to spray here. Remember that I also seeded some of those bare spots in the lawn up in the front yard just a couple weeks ago now, so let's check out how those are doing. So if you look here really closely, you can see a few of the grass pieces coming up. So that's the ryegrass that's come up. To be honest with you, I didn't really water too much of this. I kind of let it just be, and then I was gone, so I didn't have a chance to kind of keep up the daily watering. So it probably could have been a little bit better, but honestly, I'm pretty impressed with it for the fact that it really did everything on its own, just holding that moisture with that peat moss. So I've also been reel mowing right over this, all this new grass. Really haven't tried to be careful or go around it or anything like that, and seems to be handling all that fine. Remember that I had a bunch of rough grass all throughout here earlier in the season, and I don't really know what happened to it other than maybe it didn't really like the low cut that I was doing, but I don't seem to find much of it in there anymore. It looks pretty good overall. So I'm happy about that. I don't have to really try to do anything with that. I think I'm just gonna keep mowing it low, and it looks like it's not liking that part of it. So other than that, the thickness of this was looking pretty good. It's not quite as thick as that side over there, but it's not too bad actually, because it kind of stands up a little bit better at this thickness too. All right, so it's been now about a half an hour since I sprayed this stuff on the creek bank, and I want to show you what it looks like. I don't know how much that's going to show on camera, but this section right here was all sprayed. That section right there was not. You can see how much it's already curled over. I'd say initial results look pretty good. Alright, so it's a few days later now, and I want to give you a little update on the weeds that I sprayed, how they're looking now. I read an article actually almost right after I sprayed this on how this whole spray system is completely bogus and doesn't work. And today I'm kind of seeing maybe that it's not working too well, so let's take a look. So the leaf tissue there definitely looks damaged, but it kind of becomes a question now of whether that's actually going to get to the root system and actually go all the way through the plant and kill that root system, or whether it just kind of damaged that leaf above the ground. That's going to be the long-term test that I'm trying to figure out here, so we'll see maybe in a week or so what it looks like at that point to see whether or not it actually killed the whole plant, or if it was just that leaf tissue above ground. So thank you so much for watching these videos, and we'll see you next time. How that UPS guy listens to that beeping in that truck all day long, I have no idea, but that thing would drive me nuts.